Hi everyone, it's Dawn Marie with Custom Comfy Crochet. Today we are working on number 6 in our Crochet Flower Bonanza. I want to remind you to please like and share and subscribe to my YouTube channel. We've still got our giveaway going on for when we reach 50 subscribers. We've got that beautiful scarf and the skein of yarn and the hook all for free in the giveaway. So it's really exciting. So please go do that, like and share my videos, and go subscribe to YouTube, my YouTube channel, which I will have in the links below in the comments section so that you can go to that. And if you're on YouTube, I'll have my Facebook page down in the YouTube comments, or in the description, excuse me, so that you can go to my Facebook page and peek around and get involved in the giveaways. Also, please share any kind of pictures of your work or these flowers or anything that you're working on to my Facebook crochet page. I would love to see anything that you're working on. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started on this beautiful button flower that we're making today. You're going to need 2 colors of yarn. Both of these are Red Heart. Both of these were purchased at Walmart. And this one is just like a deeper yellow, and this one is just a variegated, all kinds of different kind of fall-like colors that I found that I absolutely fell in love with. So, but you can use any colors you want. I am using a size 6 hook or J. That's what I'm using. And you can use, as I always say, you can use a smaller one, a bigger one. You can use smaller or bigger yarn. Whatever you do, it'll make your flowers bigger or smaller. You will also need a darning needle. I have this really large darning needle. I'm probably going to end up using 2 different kinds. This one's going to be so of my work, and then I have a smaller darning needle that I will be using for my button, because we do need a button for this. So I would use the smaller one for my button. Now, when you pick out a button that you want to use, you want to make sure that your darning needle can actually go through the button like that. It'll actually go through. If I were to use a smaller button like this one, this would not go through. Well, actually it did go through. I'll be darned. I was working with another one and it wouldn't go through. But anyways, you need to make sure that it'll go through your button. If you have a smaller button you want to use, you can use a sewing needle. It is really hard to get the yarn in there, but you can break apart your yarn and use a sewing needle, or you can use thread, whichever one you prefer. It'll all work. I just think the yarn looks better. Also, if you do not have any buttons, and I really feel strongly about using the things that you have in your home, you can use all sorts of things for this. You could use stickers, you can use sequins, you can find something in your house, a bottle top, I don't know, anything you want to use, you could use for that. You can also just simply take your yarn and just go through the middle of this flower after we're finished, and I'll show you how to do it, and you could just sew in your yarn with your darning needle and make the middle like that. Okay? So let's go ahead and start on this beautiful flower today, and I'm going to use this brown button that I had. I've got a lot of buttons around here. I think that came off of someone's pants or something. So that's another thing you can do. You can scavenger your closets for extra buttons. But okay, so we're going to start with our yellow, and this is a great easy flower to do. And the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to do a slip knot. Just like so. If you don't know how to do a slip knot or the basic stitches that we're using, please go look at my beginner crochet video. I just put up a new one yesterday, and it shows you how to do all of the stitches that we're working with today. Okay, so we did our slip knot, and now we want to chain up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we're going to slip stitch into the first chain from our slip knot there, right there. Not in the slip knot, but the first chain there. Okay? Now, we're not going to work this yarn into this circle because we're going to need it later. So I'm just going to let it hang down. And now I'm going to chain up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then I'm going to go right into my circle here, and I'm going to do a single crochet, just like that. We're going to do that 8 times. So again, chain up 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and single crochet into your circle. And again, chain up 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and single crochet back into your circle. Just like that, 8 times. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and single crochet into the middle of your circle. And I'm just going to work a little quicker now because we know how to do this. We're just chaining 5 and single crocheting into the middle of our circle. We want to do that 8 times. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you can move these over as you go to make room. Okay. Let's see how many we have here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we just need one more. We need 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And single. Okay. Now on this last one, what we're going to do is we're going to single crochet into the base of this petal here. Not into the actual chains, but into the base. So we're going to go right in there and crochet. Okay? Now what I'm going to do, now that we're done with this, is I'm going to cut off. I'm going to bring my yarn through like I always do here and just yank on it. I'm going to pull the back a little bit, just like that. And now we have made the center of what's going to be our button flower. So I'm going to take the back here of these, and I'm just going to pull this around to the back, and then I've got this, and I'm going to make a knot. Now guys, I'm not telling you to knot off. Remember, I always want to sew in my work. But this is just something we're doing because we're going to use these later. So I'm just going to tie those together gently. So we don't lose the look of the flower here. So just slide that. Okay? So we're going to put this off to the side now. And now we're going to work with our other color. This beautiful fall color. Sorry about that. Hold on just a second. Let's get my yarn placed here. Okay. So what we're going to do now is we're going to do a slip knot. And we're going to chain up 8 this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So we've chained up 8, and we're going to slip stitch into our first chain. Okay. And then we're going to chain up 2. 1 and 2. And then we're going to put 17 double crochets into the middle of our circle. Remember to do a double crochet, and this time we are going to work our little piece around our circle so we don't have to sew it in later. So we're going to yarn over, go into the middle of our loop, go through 2, go through 2. Yarn over, go through the middle of our hole here, our circle, go through 2, go through 2. And again, yarn over, go into our circle, pull up our yarn, go through 2, go through 2. And we need 17 of these, and we've done 3. So I'm going to go a little bit faster now. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 'That one got a little wonky on me. 15, 16, and 17 double crochets. And then when you get here at the end, I'm just going to pull this a little bit there to get that a little bit tighter, and I'm going to go into the top of my first double crochet. So right into the first there, not into the chain of 2, but into my first double crochet. I'm going to slip stitch to pull that together. Okay? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up my yarn with a chain 1 there, and then I'm going to single crochet into that same spot. So I'm single crocheting into that same spot. Okay, right into that slip stitch that we just did. Okay, and in the next space here, I'm going to work 5 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And in my next space, I'm going to put a single crochet. And that's our first petal. Okay? I'm going to do that all the way around. So in my very next space, I'm going to again do 5 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then I'm going to single crochet into my next space. Okay, and again 5 more double crochets into the next space. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then single crochet into my next space. And in the next one, 5 more double crochets all the way around. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm just going to keep doing that all the way around. Single crochet, and then 5 double crochets in the next space. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, and if you can give me just 1 second, I'm going to go to my page here and put my YouTube and other stuff. Now give me just 1 moment while you keep working the single crochets and 5 crochets in each round. Just checking the video to make sure that it's streaming on my page. And this is what it should look like so far. Give me just a second. Okay. I hope everybody's having a great Friday today. Sorry about the technical difficulties here. Just one moment. One more second here. Maybe this is giving everyone time to catch up to where I was. Remember, you're doing 5 double crochets in each space, and in the next one, a single crochet. Okay. So let's just keep going here. I think I've got everything kind of fixed here. So we're in the next one. Again, we're going back to, I ended on my 5 double crochets. So I'm going to do a single crochet in the next one. And then a double crochet 5 times into the next space. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And into the next one, a single crochet. And again, 5 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And into the next one, single crochet, and we're just making our petals all the way around. Okay, and now we've come to our last space. So what we're going to do here is we're going to do, to let some more light in here, sorry about that. And in the next space, this last space that we have, we're going to work a single crochet, just like that. Okay? And then we're going to slip stitch into the base of our first petal. So we're not going to go into that first, the first chain of our double crochet there. We're going to go into the base here, and we're going to do a single crochet into that first one that we did there, single crochet, just like that. Now, you could end here if you wanted to, and you could put your middle on just like this. But I want to show you how to make this flower a little bit bigger because I really like bigger flowers. So I'm going to put this aside for now, and what we're going to do is we're going to follow what we just did again. So we've just slip stitched right here, so we're going to single crochet right in that same spot, and then we're going to double crochet into the next 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then right where we did our single crochet before, we're going to put another single crochet. So all we're doing is adding a little bit of height to our petals. Okay, and we're going to do that all the way around. So we've just did our single crochet, so we're going to do a double crochet right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then single crochet into the same space where we crocheted before, just like that. Okay? And we're going to do that all the way around. So again, we're going to go into our next where we had our double crochets before. We're going to do another one double crochet, and then another double crochet. That's 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, and then right where we did our single crochet before, we single crochet again, and we just keep doing that all the way around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, single crochet into the single crochet spot from before, and 5 again. 1, 2, into each double crochet across. 2, 3, 4, and 5. So in the row that we did before, we did 5 double crochets into one space, but now what we're doing is working them across. So I'm going to go into the single crochet from before. I'm just going to show you this up close. And we do another single crochet. And then in my 5 double crochets across, I'm working a double crochet in each one. So there's 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and then single crochet right where we single crocheted in the row before again. And that's what it looks like as you're going around. Your petals may curl a little bit, that's fine. It's just going to make them look a little bit more realistic. So again, into our next 5, we're going to do 5 more double crochets. 1, 2, all the way across. 3, working in the double crochets from the row before. 4, and 5. Okay. And I can tell that I have one more left because this one is short and this one is big. So I need to work. I need to do, first of all, I need to do my single crochet, and then I'm going to do 5 more double crochets. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5. 5 double crochets, just like that. Okay, now to end this, what we're going to do is we're going to single crochet into here, into our last single crochet. We're going to single crochet into there, just like that. And then we're going to slip stitch into this little space right here on the base. Slip stitch into the base of our first flower, just like this. We're just going to slip stitch. Okay, then we're going to cut off our yarn. Well, I'm going to drop my scissors, and then we're going to cut off the yarn. Okay, I'll leave enough space for when we work in later. And then I'm just going to pull up my yarn and go through and yank a little bit. And there we've got the base for our flower. Isn't that beautiful? Lots of tones there, lots of purple, lots of pink. Okay, now what we're going to do, we've got our base. We're going to put the middle of our flower inside here. Okay, now remember we tied these ends and we left them because we're going to use them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them through the middle here. I'm going to just shove those through there, and I'm going to pull them out the back. And then I'm going to place my flower right over the center of the hole there. Okay, and that's what it looks like. And you've pulled these through, and get your other yarn out of the way there. And then we're going to take our button and we're going to put it right in the middle, just like that. Okay? Now what we're going to do is we're going to turn our work over. We've got everything where we want it. I've got it exactly placed where I want it. And I'm going to hold that with my 2 fingers and I'm going to turn it over. And then I'm going to use these extra little pieces of yellow that we had to work in my button. Okay, so I feel like I can lay that down now safely just for a second. And I'm going to take my smaller darning needle because I know that it'll get through my button. And I'm going to go through and put that through there just like that. And I'm going to turn my work back over, and my button came off, but that's okay. I can put it right back on, just like that. And I'm going to take my darning needle with the yarn that I have on there now. Okay? And I'm going to make sure that I catch some yarn as I'm going through my button, because if I just go through the hole, it's not going to adhere to, it's not going to be stuck to anything. So you want to kind of go through some yarn and then go through the front of your button, just the first button on a pair of pants. Okay, just like this. Maybe a little hard to pull through with your darning needle and but just shove it on through there. It'll be fine. Okay, so I'm just going to work that through. I think I'm going to do it twice because earlier when I was doing this, I did it too many times and I couldn't get the yarn through. So I'm going to go through twice with this piece of yarn. Okay, just like that. Then I'm going to turn my work over, and my thread came out, or excuse me, my yarn came out. So I'm going to put that back in again, and we're going to work this into the back, just like we would if we were sewing in our ends, okay? So I'm just going to go to the back here several times, just so that I know it stays secure. Okay, just like that. Then I'm going to cut that off. Now on to our other piece that we have back here. We're going to thread that through. And it'll want to catch sometimes, so just roll that yarn with your finger. Okay. And now what I'm going to do is take this and go in again into my button. And this time I'm just going to go through once, because as I said, if it gets too thick, it becomes almost impossible to pull the needle through. And then I'm just going to go into my back, and again, I'm just going to work that yellow right into the yellow that's back here to secure it, just like that. Okay? And do that a couple times. Cut off. And then we're going to work in our other thread. So we've already sewed this one in, so we know we don't need to do that anymore. And my darning needle is sticking, so then we're going to sew in our other piece here. Okay, just like that. We're just going to sew in the back, just like we always do there. And then we're just going to cut off. And then you can just move this around as you want to, as you see fit. Get it all worked out, and you've made a beautiful button flower. Just like that. And they're so pretty. I think I got that a little off center because I was looking in the camera. But you can move that around and put it wherever you want to. Now, Normally I would stop here, but there's something I really want to show you. We finished this flower, and in the picture that I provided for this tutorial, I showed you how they were doing the flowers with ribbon on canvas. So I wanted to show you how to do this. So I've got a piece of watercolor paper. I don't have a canvas. I'm actually working with canvas. I'm using a piece of watercolor paper, and I'm making this for my daughter's dorm room door. And so what I've done is I've just cut some ribbon, and I have some different flowers here. And I've just cut the ribbon off at the end where it's half triangle there to the side. And all I'm gonna do is super glue my flowers onto this poster board. Actually, it's watercolor paper, because that's what I used to paint with a lot. Yeah, so you just take your ribbon and you place it wherever you want to, and you can do bigger and smaller flowers, whichever you prefer. I'm going to do it like this, okay? So I'm going to show you how to place them on the paper. So I've got my horrible glue gun. I'm so embarrassed. It looks so awful. I've used this for years. I really need a new one. And I am just simply going to take a little bit, let me position the camera right. Just take a little bit onto my ribbon, just like this. And I'm going to put it exactly where I want it to be. And don't burn yourself like me. I always burn myself. And then, so I've got my ribbon, and then I'm simply going to hot glue my flower on top of that, just like that. I don't know if you can see here, but that's what it looks like. So I'm just going to take my glue, just put a little bit on there for my flower. And I'm going to do the same thing again for this ribbon. Just a little bit of glue here at the top. Just a little bit's all you need. And I'm going to put them all in different spots. Make sure that they're straight though, and you can use any color ribbon you want to. I decided to use purple. I thought it went well with what I had. Put a little bit of glue on the back of your crochet. Okay? And then I'm going to probably put this one like way down here. Okay? And then I'm just going to make sure that it's cut there. And you can use them for your own home. You can make them for a friend. You could put them, like I said, on your own wall, or you could make them for someone for a gift, whatever you want to do. But this is a great way to use your flowers. If you want to make it larger and make a bunch of different flowers, all the ones that we've made could go on something like this. Or you could, I'm probably going to show you how to make some smaller ones if you want to make this a project. I'm having a little trouble with this laying flat right now. Kind of hard to super glue on video. Okay, so I'm just placing those all around. And I've got my last one here. It's a little off camera. As you can see here. Okay. I'm going to put a little bit of glue on this. So it'll lay flat for me. You really want your ribbon to lay flat. And look at that. Isn't that so pretty? And I'm going to make some other little flowers and do some more ribbon off of this. And this is going to be really pretty for fall for my daughter's dorm room door. And watercolor paper, it's pretty sturdy, so it's actually holding up pretty good. Let me see if I can raise my camera up a little bit so you can see. But yeah, I'm going to do some other little flowers up here and hang some more ribbon down. No telling what I'll do to this. And so you can make beautiful projects. They don't have to be blankets. They don't have to be scarves and beanies. You can do all kinds of beautiful things with crochet. But I just wanted to show you real quick how to put that on, just using a glue gun and crocheting some beautiful flowers. So I thank you so much for joining today. Remember to subscribe, and remember to like and share. And I thank you so much for watching, and happy crochet. Happy Friday.